Welcome back to the East Manchester Experience, everyone. This is episode 28. Goodness me, episode 28 feels like a very big number. It wasn't really necessarily what I was expecting. I thought I might get through sort of 10 or 15 of these and then move on to my next save, but it's taken a little while to get the database, and it's still not there yet. So I've got probably my guess is I've probably got at least a couple more weeks in this save, and hopefully a couple of promotions. So here we are. This does mean we're doing 3 league games in a row, because we did the Widnes game, we've done the Vauxhall Motors game. You missed the League Cup game where we beat Garstang 6-1. It was a really nice performance actually. Goals from all my strikers, and a really pleasing result, obviously. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the actual goal scorers up. This is a very frustrating screen for me. I'll also do this to remind myself. I always forget to do that, don't I? Sorry about that. Where can we go to? The teams will do, or players. So East Manchester, you can see here we had 2 for Waterhouse, 2 for Gee, 2 for Smith, all the strikers, 4 goals between them. 1 for Oguchukwu, the central midfielder, man of the match as well. And Tim Akinola gets a goal as well. So a nice, good win there against Garstang. It was an easy win when I was expected to have for sure, but it was still a win. That was good. Abbey Hey are another title rival. So if we can win this game, we will only be a couple of points off Vauxhall Motors, who of course beat us in our last game. So I think this is now a game that we almost have to win. After such a positive start, it was obviously a really, really big disappointment against Vauxhall Motors. So hopefully we can turn things around in this game against Abbey Hey. I've brought in another player, Liam Brooke, who looks to me like he might be quite an impressive player. His crossing's not great, but his corners are, which is odd. I mean, the corners, obviously you can take the corners now. In terms of the crossing and dribbling, I feel at this stage, even if they can get a couple of crosses in, it's not the end of the world. He has got 2 assists already, so I can't remember if they were crosses, but I'm guessing they probably were. Of course, he's completed 3. There you go. So he's completed 3 crosses already in just 1 game. So even though his crossing stat is not great, it might be a one-off, he might be rubbish from now on, but it looks to me like he will be a decent player. Jazz Casey hasn't been doing badly, in fact he's actually on a very good run of form, but it should be a case of Liam Brooke being a significant upgrade, I would think, on that. Now obviously there's absolutely no guarantee of that. I am going to play him as a winger, I think, despite my tactic not necessarily needing one. I'm going to do the same with Akinola, because I can't really see why I've got them as wide midfielders at the moment. There's no real reason for that. I mean, obviously, one thing I do want to be careful about is just not leaving myself too exposed down the wings, but I have got them on support, so I would hope that would still be okay. I'm tempted to think about putting on defensive support, but for the moment, I'm going to leave him like that. So, as you can see, it does mean more and more that I've got very good backups in my squad now. You know, people like Josh Wicks, for example, who's actually done a perfectly good job for me over the last couple of years. When he's come in, he's not outstanding or anything, but as a backup he's fine. He's now a second backup, so we have got a little bit more depth than we've had in the past. Someone like Joe Guest, I might see if I can sell him. He's not a player that I've got on a contract, so I can't sell him. He might just leave at any point. Same goes for Dylan Abengo. Harry Waterhouse is another one though. He may leave. I think he seems to want to stay at the moment, and I'm quite pleased because he's scoring a lot of goals, as you can see. Still got no idea why. Answers on postcard about that. Finley Hayhurst also wanted, and there's nothing I can do about it. Wow, loads of people. I've got a feeling we might keep him though. He seems fairly settled here. He's one of our it might be our longest serving player in terms of matches anyway. So things looking pretty good. Dominic Collins is suspended, but we have now got a decent amount of depth there. We've got Pollard, Wild and Morrison, all of whom are playing well at the moment. I think Collins will probably come back in. Who for? I'm not sure. It won't be Wild, but it could be either of the other 2. Certainly gives us plenty of cover there. Greg O'Neill's not really a centre-back, so it really is only 4. Dylan Abengo, not really the quality that we need, despite his very nice physicals, actually. And maybe at some point we'd be looking for a decent young centre-back who can do that. But here we go, for today we've got Abbey Hey at home. Big favourites. So, submitting the team. And here we go, we have, who are we playing against? This guy Keane, he's always scoring against us, Luke Keane. Very irritating. I feel like he's probably scored against us for other teams as well, but certainly in these Abbey Hey games he's been a bit of a nemesis for us. I don't remember any of the other names at this point, but certainly Keane has been a bit of a thorn in our backside. So hopefully we can keep him out today. Let's see more of the same. We've been playing quite well recently. keep it up, make sure we get a nice big win here against a title rival. And that was unexpected. Sonny Schilling has come out of nowhere. I thought it was going to be a fairly innocuous highlight for a while, and then suddenly it crept up on me and we've conceded our first goal of the game. Really disappointing start. We need to try and make sure we get back into this quickly, because this team tends to sort of drift a bit once we're losing, and this kind of happens and we lose 2, 3, 4 goals at once. Certainly, if we concede early at the moment, it's not good. We need to try and get back into it. Smith gets the ball to Waterhouse, shoots, and that's a great goal. Harry Waterhouse is just banging them in again. It's bizarre. I don't understand it. He shouldn't be good enough, and yet he's scoring goals almost every game, and several goals often. It's terrific stuff from the player who really shouldn't be good at this level. And we have an injury. Liam Brooke, in his second game for the club. Got Gaz Casey, who's a perfectly good replacement. It's just a shame that we lose such a decent player so quickly in this game. And it's another goal. Chukwu again, on a bit good form. A nice cross from Akinola, and Chukwu seems to be completely unmarked. And we've turned it around quite quickly. And that's half time. And really, really pleasing half. Really, okay. We went behind early, but we haven't really been under too much pressure since. That was the one quick chance was the goal, and we've had some other chances too. And we've managed to turn it around, and we're now winning 2-1. So I'm going to be very positive at half time, and let's hope that we can continue that good work. Akinola shoots, but just wide. Ski not having the greatest of games, might have to bring him off shortly, but we have made one substitution already, so I'm going to go easy for now. Give it another few minutes. Casey with Gee. Yes, no, Chukwu shoots again, but no luck there. I am now going to take off Gee. He's not had his greatest game. Let's bring on Barragan. We've got very, very capable replacement there. Time seems to be running out at the moment, which is good, given that we are nursing quite a fragile lead. Going a bit more defensive. I'll just make a substitution to wind down the clock a little. Bring on Jay for the fantastic Chukwu. Was very unsure about bringing Chukwu in this season, I have to say. I really didn't think he looked quite good enough. I had him on trial a couple of times. There we are. Good result. I had him on trial a couple of times with Chukwu. He doesn't look to me to be good enough, but he seems to need to be a bit of a Waterhouse. He's been really performing very well, for us anyway. Admittedly, his league performance is not quite living up to his cup performances, but he's certainly not doing badly in the league, and he's just had a very good game there in the league with a nice goal. So it's going pretty well for him, I think. It's a really good win. It certainly keeps us in the hunt for the title. It's a long way to go yet. So a really nice win again there. And I know that I've done 3 in a row, so I'm probably going to leave it a little while. I'd say I've been trying to get a little bit ahead in terms of making some videos ahead of time. I'm now making, this is Thursday's video, and I'm making it on Tuesday, so I'm obviously getting a little bit ahead, which is something that I really needed to do. I think I will probably try and come back to that Bootle game. It'll depend a little bit on the state of the table at the time, but the Bootle game might well be. So I think it will be sometime in November anyway, and it will be a game that is against a team that's sort of nearish to me in the league, hopefully towards the top, because as you can see, just 2 points off Vauxhall Motors now. And certainly, it looks like that game on the 4th of February might end up being a very important game, and that would probably be when we try and live com. But for the moment, I am going to say goodbye, and I will see you in November at some point.